Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time doing another Christmas film review, and this one is on Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. Now, as you know, Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas is a 1997 animated direct-to-video Christmas musical fantasy film that is meant to be a follow-up to the 1991 film Beauty and the Beast, as well as it being one of the few follow-ups, along with another one, Belle's Magical World, that I did a couple years ago. Now, The Enchanted Christmas, I would say, is more of a poorly done, boring marketing attempt. Now, the premise of the film is meant to be about a Christmas party held at Beast's castle, and we see how Lumiere, Cogsworth, mainly get into an argument over who saved Christmas, and you've got Miss Pops telling Chip the story of basically how it all happened from her point of view. And it was also meant to go back to a year ago, where we see how after Beasts save Belle from the wolves, they're still together. And we also see how a piano known as Forte, voiced by Jim Curry, wants to separate them as he's used to being a piano. Now, I feel Forte isn't really a great character because he just comes off as gloomy, unoriginal, and when he does end up going for his evil plans, it just becomes quick and he's taken down so easily. Again, when you have a villain who you want to kind of root for, make them unstoppable. Like when you had Frieza in Dragon Ball, that worked. When you have basically, say, General Zod, that kind of works. But he just feels like he's just thrown in to be the evil villain for the sake of it. I feel when you've got his lackey, known as Fifi, voiced by Paul Rubens, he does work as a character. He's the evil henchman with some redeemable qualities, and he isn't really shown to be evil. He does kind of see through his mistakes and wants to set things right. So we pretty much see how Belle realizes how Christmas has been banned from the castle and wants to sort of bring that element back. And you can tell the Beast doesn't really want that to happen, as it's a tragic reminder of how he became who he is. And throughout it, we see how Belle wants to make things work for the Beast, as well as for the other staff of the castle. Now, I kind of feel the movie comes across more like an enforceful, let's celebrate Christmas for everyone, even though sometimes a man's past is his own business. And I kind of feel you could have just had the Beast admit to Belle why he doesn't celebrate Christmas. This would have been a bit more intentional. And again, when you kind of got the newer characters added in, I kind of feel when you got the former castle decorator, Angela, I feel is a little interesting. Again, I would have had it to admit that she took after her mum about redecorating and had a Christmas spirit, but decided to hide away from the shame of what happened. This really could have been an interesting idea. Or better yet, you could have really focused mainly on 1 year after the film. We could have seen how the Belle and Beast want to celebrate Christmas now that the Beast's human again, but could have been more of a painful reminder of what happened, and Belle trying to kind of bring him back to his world again. But the problem is, it just feels like a generic cash-in. And this film just really can't happen, because in the first film, it's kind of implies that it was basically about a month or two after, or a couple of days after what happened with Belle offering herself to her father. But again, it just feels generic. But I do feel when you've got the songs, they do sort of work. And it just feels some of them are just cash-ins, but some really do work. Because when you've got stories, it's about wanting to give Beast her own story, like her own adventure. And when you kind of got Tim Curry's song "Don't Fall in Love," it does work. It's more him wanting what he wants. But the problem with Tim Curry voicing the villain is that Forte is just the weakest villain in the film. He doesn't really put up a great fight. He's just evil, but not interesting. So by the end of it, the Enchanted Christmas left a present of disgusting dog vomit. In general, a thumbs down. Not great, not the best, and really missable. So, comic reviewer here, signing out.